23. Pray against flooding I see coming to take away many lives in 2024.
Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva flew over flooded areas on Sunday to take stock of the situation with his ministers.
On the 31st of December 2023, during the crossover service in the wilderness with Apostle Peter John Gabriel, the man of God prophesied that we should pray against floodings he sees coming to take away many lives in 2024. These were his words.
Now, 23. Pray against flooding I see coming to take away many lives in 2024. It's a revelation that I saw. Okay? 23, once again, 23. Pray against floodings I see coming to take away many lives in 2024. Your prayers are very, very, very important. Please don't cease to pray, 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 pray. When you pray, God will make it happen. Thank you.
In confirmation of God's words, 4 months after the prophecy was given, news broke out that dangerous floodings hit the nation of Brazil, killing over hundreds of people and thousands displaced, just as Apostle Peter John Gabriel prophesied. Let us watch what happened.
Flooding in Brazil, crippling the nation as families are displaced and losing everything.
In South America, where a devastating natural disaster is unfolding in Brazil, historic flooding leaving entire cities underwater, a catastrophic situation and major concern for many Brazilian Americans in our area. Now, one local organization in Newark is stepping up to help. First, let's take a look at some of this damage here. Torrential rains over the last few weeks, creating the worst flooding in the country's modern history, impacting nearly the entire southern state of Rio Grande do Sul. At least 100 people are dead and even more are missing. Much of the attention is in the state capital city, Porto Alegre, where heavy rain is forecast for the weekend, so more rain is on the way. Streets there are already submerged, the airport is closed, power is out, and more than 100,000 people had to evacuate their homes. Responding now, a nonprofit in Newark called Montana Global Care, collecting much-needed supplies. We visited the offices and spoke to the company's CEO.
They need everything. So we're trying to gather the community in here and help them with whatever they need in Brazil in partnership with Azul Airlines and the whole community, the Brazilian community, the Latino community, the American community.
And they are collecting everything from clothing to winter clothes because it is winter in this part of Brazil. They are also looking for hygiene items like toothpaste and other toiletries and things like diapers and baby food. Remember, many people had to evacuate quickly and don't know when they will return. They will drive those goods from their warehouse there in Newark to Florida and fly them on Azul Airlines, the Red Cross in Brazil. While we were there, we saw several people in the local community stepping up to help.
There's a lot of lives being lost, and it hurts me to know that a lot of people that, although are in my personal family, but I still feel close to them, knowing that they'll be okay and we'll find things that we can donate for them. It's like trying to help out. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter where it's coming from.
This is not a scene from a Hollywood disaster movie. This is Porto Alegre, a city in southern Brazil, completely flooded after unseasonal heavy rain hit the South American country last week. More than 100 people have died in the heavy rain and floods that have torn through the state of Rio Grande do Sul, with over 230,000 people displaced. In total, the extreme weather has affected close to 1.5 million people. As Brazil grapples with the deadly fallout of last week's extreme weather, more heavy rain is expected to batter the South American nation. In a bid to mitigate the damage, authorities are urging those who have been rescued not to return to their homes. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva flew over flooded areas on Sunday to take stock of the situation with his ministers.
Então eles viram o estrago que a chuva está causando, não é que já causou, está causando a cidade de Porto Alegre, o estado do Rio Grande do Sul.
Despite being exposed to devastating floods, many Porto Alegre residents are refusing to leave their homes because of a fear of looting.
Eu estou analisando até onde eu tenho segurança e eu sei que os meus pertences não têm segurança nenhuma. Então, enquanto eu puder lutar pelo que é meu, dentro da minha condição também, né, de não me expor, eu vou lutar.
An estimate by the National Confederation of Municipalities in Brazil says that the floods have caused damage worth $930 million. Meanwhile, the record rain has been linked to El Niño, a natural climate phenomenon that warms waters in the Pacific and has a tendency to bring heavy rain to southern Brazil. With more heavy rain expected, the agony is not yet over for lakhs left homeless in Brazil.
We, at Testimony of Jesus, express our deepest condolences to the people of Brazil affected by the floodings. For those who have lost their lives, we are praying for their families to bear the loss. May God bless the nation of Brazil in Jesus Christ's name. Testimony of Jesus is all about Jesus.